So actually right here out front of the skate park, as you saw earlier, there's a really good manual pad. So try to get a trick for my part, but also get some other tricks. So it is a super good manual pad. The only issue is it's like downhill run up right before you pop. So if you look at it from this side, it's like slanted. It's like just enough that you have to like dig a little deeper to get a good flip trick. And 875 board. I've been skating like every day in New York. I get here, I took one day off, skated yesterday, and today I'm like super exhausted. I stayed up late, but what toe touch? All right, next try. Oh, that was so gross. But I did it. I really thought I was about to do that first try, and then I shoved it out for no reason. I am such like a stickler when it comes to shove us out of nose manuals, and here I am ruining a perfectly good first try heel flip nose manual with a shove it out. I even shove it out the dumber of the two ways. This is karma. This is my reckoning. This is why I know God exists and he doesn't like me. Should I try another heel flip nose manual? I'm like afraid to, because I know it's not gonna work.
Go for it.
My heel flip's actually feeling kind of good right now though, so that's good. I think I touched, so I'll do it again.
Damn. Good.
Scary. I have this in my head like, I feel like I'm gonna try the shove again just because I'm mad. Of course! I had to shove it for no reason. I should skip the shove. Should I skip the shove? You call. Do I skip the shove?
Run it back.
Do the shove? No shove.
Not shove.
Shove. I definitely touched. Damn it. I definitely touched. Damn it. Same fall every time.
Bro.
Same exact fall every time. And I know I could just not shove it out. I don't even want to shove it out. I'm shoving it out like to punish myself for shoving it out the first time.
Dude, just land it. You got it.
I don't want
Next try. The homie.
What's up, bros?
Dude, that downhill makes this trick so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Okay, change the plan. Then we're still barrel flip manual. Yeah, why does that work? Alright, let's try. I don't know if I've ever even done a barrel flip manual. It feels weird. Why I can do barrel flips all of a sudden, but I can. That's cool. I mean, kinda. Like I haven't missed one barrel flip up a curb yet. I definitely just jinxed myself there, didn't I? Of course I did. I knew I was gonna fuck that one up.
I thought you were talking about that.
flip manual. I was trying to barrel flip nose manual and it kept going to my back foot. I spent like a year training my barrel flips to go to my front foot so I could nose manual. And for some reason it doesn't work, so now I gotta do barrel flip manuals. Worked out though. That was cool. Thanks for filming. Man, I really do forget how rough the streets of Baltimore is. Like New Jersey, the ground's better than Baltimore. New York, the ground's better than Baltimore. North Carolina and South Carolina are way better than Baltimore. Like Maryland in general. Pennsylvania is better than this. Like this ground downtown, these kids have it so bad. Every kid should be donated dragon wheels. That was also the first try that I filmed with him doing it, and he did that. That was sick. Yeah, just this kid actually rides for the skate shop that I used to ride for growing up. He's also from Catonsville, which is where I spent the majority of my childhood. Where my grandma lived and where my mom grew up, so I was out there all the time. So I'm like asking about like all these old spots, like is the library 5-stair rail there? And he doesn't know what I'm talking about. It's probably like long gone, but yeah, man, it's definitely like a trip down memory lane. And I'm pretty stoked to see someone like out here doing it. Like, I mean, there's a lot of rippers that come out of Baltimore. I mean, my buddy Christian that I just ran into today absolutely slays, as well as Tony Massey and all those guys. But to see someone doing the YouTube thing out here is pretty surprising. It doesn't seem like the exact correct climate for it. For YouTube, you want to have access to like a lot of things you can skate, a lot of variety, and Maryland just doesn't really have a lot of variety. It's like you have that skate park that we were just at. You have a couple street spots, and then other than that, like finding even good flat ground is hard. Finding a good 3-stair to play on is hard. Definitely a reminder on how spoiled I am since I moved out west. But even though Baltimore has a ridiculous amount of rough spots, I mean, even this right here, like the ground, the cracks are super deep and a little bit far apart. You can still get away with riding over it. It's not the worst ground in the world, but it's not the best either. But the diamond in the rough in Baltimore, there is a spot that is not a bust. It is super fun, and it is here. So you do have these ledges, which are pretty sick. Like, looks like someone tried to fix some of the cracks. You got these ledges. Over here, you have this set of stairs that someone tried to bondo. But honestly, you're kind of better off avoiding because that is, it's just so hectic. I rode over it. It's just as rough as not bondo at this point. Maybe when they first did it, it was probably buttery though. You also have the option of hitting the ledge this way, going down the stairs. Like do a quick trick down this 4-stair, and then I think it's a 3-stair further down. You have this rail, which I think Zion Wright did something, and Miles Willard did something, and Yoshi did something over the stairs, where it's this set. Once again, pretty hectic run up, but you gap over to the flat. You can also ride on this ledge and go over this little gap, but people usually take this fence and set it right here, so you're actually going over something a little bit more real. This set of stairs, a Philly step where you grind out, but what's cool about it, aside from the fact that it's pretty damn tall and uncomfortable to get on, is it has a little gap at the end of it. So you'd have to kind of gap out, and then they literally propped up like this piece and then built this thing. It's the butt end. It's the upside down version of that bench. They just took it off, flipped it upside down, and it has this rail on the other side of it. And then another little gap right here. This little dorky goof around gap, and then this little flat gap right here. And that's a lot of spots in one little zone. And yeah, the ground isn't the best, but like, hey, it's fucking the East Coast, deal with it. And all those spots alone would make this one of the better spots in Baltimore. But it has one more spot here. One very incredible spot, and it's this. That is like a perfectly smooth granite run-up quarter pipe. And the transition on the quarter pipe is very skate park-esque. I mean, it's really, really steep, so you scrape on the way up and on the way down. And me riding 875 with almost a 15-inch wheelbase, I definitely scrape on the way up and down, but that only adds to the excitement. Because since it is granite, it's just smooth enough that you can scrape and get away with it. I mean, it's the rougher granite, like you can hear. Like it's that rougher material, but it's not rough, it's just rougher granite. Sort of reminds me of a slightly rougher version of Love Park. Like it's still good ground. There's also this straight out ledge option that I've never really seen anyone mess with. Like I see people grind just this part, but it looks like someone waxed up the quarter pipe too. So it'd be kind of cool to see a back to the 50, I guess, pole jammy, wally, quarter pipey thing going on. So Sen's playing with it now with a rock to fakie. I was telling him he has to embrace scraping your tail on the way out because that's how steep it is. See, you just gotta like, you're gonna hear it on a lot of tricks that I do. It's gonna go. And it's really counterintuitive because, you know, normally that's a great way to roll your ankle, but on this thing, it's the only way to get away with it. Yes, sir. The only other scary thing is you have to not scrape your tail the whole way because this crack right here sticks up going that direction so it can catch you. Stuck. Ooh. You all right? Yes, sir. Oh, you scraped? Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, you got that all day. He said he always wanted to rock to fakie this thing, and now he's done it. It didn't even take you that long. That was probably, what, 20 tries? Ain't bad at all.
I was like tripping about it.
It's a spooky thing to commit to because it's just deep enough to like not be forgiving at all.
I've never seen anyone actually do it in real life, so to see you do it is like way better.
Yeah, having someone there to skate it with you. All right, so I'm just gonna skate it like a one-sided mini ramp. That's what I'm scared of, this guy. I'll feeble the fakie first before I do the pivot fakie because it's just a little safer. That felt really out of control. Let me try to control that. Much better. Like, why doesn't it work? Yeah, I feel like with the longer wheelbase, like as I'm coming off the quarter pipe, I'm like still on it. I almost feel like I almost want to do it on your board because it's shorter.
Yeah.
I'll do one more feeble to fakie, then try pivot to fakie, and if I don't do that try, I'll just move on. Save it and come back. It's pretty beat. I'll say that. I'm just gonna come back to this spot when I have some energy because I am fucking exhausted. I'll be back in Baltimore, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday with Haley. I'm sure she'll want to skate this. So yeah, that's all for now.